Hello guys, welcome to another video. Hello to all my designers out there. Today I have a special gem for you. So I'm just going to present to you this wonderful website. It's called 1001fonts.com, and it basically has so many fonts you can make use of. So if you're a designer, graphic designer, web designer, and so on and so forth, you know the power of having a very beautiful design or a very beautiful font. So this website is going to provide you with all the fonts you will ever need. Just be wary about copyright and using other people's fonts. So you want to make use of it if you are trying to build a poster, a flyer, or getting a beautiful design on your website. You want to have some unique fonts, and so you can find all of those fonts on here. So this website has countless fonts. I can't really go through all of them, but what you want to do is, once you come to this website, for example, you're going to see already so many categories. If you press here more, you're going to see all the categories. There are so many fonts that they had to categorize them into so many categories. So you want to choose a specific category which goes in line with what you're trying to go for, so I can't really know what you're trying to go for right now, but let's just go with something. Let's say I want a font to represent my brand identity. So I click on there. You now see fonts which really speak to you. There's a whole science to fonts that I can really go into right now. But for example, when you're talking about showing your brand, when you're talking about advertising your brand, like we clicked on the option brand identity, you want to use a font which really shouts, which really screams in the eyes of people. And that's why you're seeing a lot of these fonts are really clear enough. You don't have any doubts about them. You're really seeing what is written, and they're really speaking to you directly. So I already enjoy what I'm seeing, and it's wonderful. And so another thing I like about this website is that you can choose the number of fonts you want to see at a time. So we're going to choose 50, but you can also put in the brand you're trying to show or showcase. So you can already put in the name of the brand. If I put in Real Gemma, it's then going to load the text with that name, and I can already see how the name is going to be represented in the different fonts. So putting Real Gemma in there, you can see all of these fonts are amazing. I really like them. You see all of the fonts. You just have to choose the one you really want to go for, the one you really appreciate, and the one which really speaks to your brand. So all of them are amazing. You can easily get any of them. So once you find something you like, you can either put a hat there, create an account, and save that for later, or you can go as well, just download them directly. You download them, then you install them on your computer, and they're going to be available everywhere. So I really enjoy this website because it helps me find some amazing fonts all the time. I get to find amazing fonts, and you can really scroll through all the categories. There's clean, beauty, hand drawn, and so many. We can't really go through all of them. So make use of this tool whenever you're looking for some amazing fonts. So another website as well I want to show you, which goes in line with this, is the fonts from Google. Google as well is heavily involved in design, material design, and so much. So they also have a website where you can go and check out their fonts. Not all of the fonts on here are free. Some are licensed with different types of licenses. So you want to be cautious about where you use these fonts. If not, you can get sued. But you want to check out some of these fonts. They are amazing as well, and they do have so many things to do. So I really enjoy them because Google is very careful with their design. They really put in a lot of thoughts, and so here you don't really see some kind of crazy fonts or things going in all directions, but every font here is really neatly thought about and really precise in what it's trying to accomplish and what it's trying to do. So you can put in the same thing as well, and so you get to see how it's going to be represented in the different fonts. I have to admit that a lot of these fonts look similar, but when you take the time to observe them, you see a little bit of differences between them. So these fonts are mostly geared towards web development. They are not geared towards graphic designs. So this is Google has to do with the web, so these fonts are mostly to be used on websites and so on. So once you find a font that you appreciate, you can go ahead and click on it, and you can go ahead and download the font family. But like I said, you want to ensure that you check the license, how it's licensed. It's not necessarily free. Even if you can download it for free, The license will tell you where you're allowed to use it and if it is commercial or not. So make use of all these fonts in your different projects. I mean, don't just go with the standard Times New Romance or the Roboto, but really put in more life with different fonts which really tell a different story. Hopefully one day we can talk about the history and the science behind fonts, because it's an amazing and interesting one. But about now, I'll just tell you to enjoy these two websites, make good use of them, and explore your creativity to the fullest. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you on the next one.